Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really something. Your wife. The Mets, bring your kids. Stand. Yell. Give them a hand. And let them know you're rooting in the stand. Come on and meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and meet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream, all Mets fans. Welcome to the stream, baseball fans. If you're a Mets fan, you know you heard this song before.
Hi there, everybody. This is Bob Murphy welcoming you to the first regular season game in the history of the New York Mets. Brought to you by Rheingold Extra Dry. Tonight, the New York Mets meet the St. Louis Cardinals right here in field batting cleanup.
So hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball from the Mets of New York Town. Give them a yell, give them a hand, and let them know you're rooting in the stand. Come on and meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step.
What is going on? What is going on, YouTube? It's Rennie Talks Mets, and today we are going to be talking some Mets baseball. We're going to talk some, some National League East talk. We're going to talk about a lot of things. But yeah, guys, welcome. Hopefully you guys are having a great day, feeling good. Happy to have you guys here on the stream with me. Really appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Let's have a great day. Let's have a great stream. Let's talk some baseball. Let me know how you guys feeling about the current roster right now. But yeah, I'm very, very excited. Max Scherzer just pitched a game, in spring training. He pitched 5 innings. He allowed 1 run. He looked pretty good. So, Max Scherzer pitching in spring training, that's good to see. And now we just got to see Jacob deGrom pitching. And, we got to see, Chris Bassett. But we'd be pretty much good. I'm very, very happy with, Max Scherzer's performance in spring training. So, yeah, if you're new to the stream, guys, welcome. We're going to talk some Mets baseball. We're going to talk baseball in general. But, yeah, guys, let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm very, very excited about the season. We got Max Scherzer doing very, very good in spring training. And, yeah, I can't wait till he's on the mound in Citi Field. It's going to be an amazing, amazing day. Oh, man. I don't even know when exactly. I know the home opener is April 15th. But, yeah, man, it's crazy, crazy. Hey, Daniel Kim, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a great day. Let me know how you feeling. But yeah, I'm so happy to have you here, on the stream with me. Really appreciate you coming. Let's have a great, baseball talk. And, what is it called? Trevor Story signing with Boston. A lot of people weren't as shocked as, Carlos Correa, signing with the Twins. So, listen. The Mets were in play, for a lot of free agents this upcoming season, and it just didn't happen. Are the Mets talking to anyone right now? Victor, welcome to the stream. Right now, the Mets' current interest, they're not really talking to anyone at the moment, free agent wise. I haven't heard no type of news. Recent rise with the Mets. Right now, the Mets are looking at, making like little minor league deals, not really any major league deals right now, like crazy deals. So, it's unfortunate because we know the outfield alignment and we know that, Michael Conforto is still in, he's still a free agent, guys. Michael Conforto is still a free agent. We got Tommy Pham is still a free agent as well. So there's some free agents out there that the Mets can sign. And I feel like personally, Tommy Pham is a nice player. It would be nice to see. Let's see what you said here. Daniel Kim said, I don't get some Mets fans saying that they didn't do enough. Scherzer, Marte, Canna, Ottavino, Bassett, Escobar wasn't enough for you guys. What more do you want? Well, I'm gonna tell you, Daniel Kim. I'll tell you this. Mets fans, they want, they want the whole world. Mets fans want to win. We're tired of losing. We are tired of losing, and it really does suck that the Mets, haven't had a World Series since what, 1986. So, it's been tough, being a Mets fan, seeing the Mets team lose a lot, seeing the offense not being very well, seeing when they pick up guys, like, Cespedes, and he comes in and we try to resign him and then he doesn't do as well. So it's really tough being a Mets fan in general. But I would say I think the Mets did very, very well for the offseason. We made a lot of changes. Scherzer was a great, great, great addition. I know he's gonna do very, very well. This guy is a top of the line starter. You know what I'm saying? I love Scherzer. Obviously, when we were facing Scherzer, I didn't love Scherzer because I knew how great Scherzer was. But Marte, I feel like is going to be so good. I feel like starting Marte is going to be a very nice player for us. Hopefully, he does get healthy. I heard that, with the oblique injury, he's not really swinging a bat right now. So I hope he does get better. He's very, very important to the season. Very, very important. So hopefully he'll be good for opening day, but we'll see. Mark Canha, you know what I'm saying? He has a lot to prove to Mets fans. I'll tell you that. A lot of people don't know a lot about Mark Canha, but Mark Canha is a nice player. I liked him when he was in Oakland. So, Adam Ottavino also, Adam Ottavino is going to be big for this team in the bullpen. I'll tell you that. Chris Bassett, I love that Chris Bassett came to this team. I know that Chris Bassett is going to do very well. He has that top of the line stuff as well, just like Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom. He doesn't have like a big, 95, 96, 7, that mouse power fastball. But yeah, man, like, to be honest. But yeah, I get it. I've been a Mets fan for 36 years. The season hasn't even started yet. Let them play the games. Nobody thought the Giants would win 100. That's completely true. You're right about that. I completely agree with that. Nobody saw the Giants, winning so much games last year. Nobody saw that. I didn't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? Well, all the guys that they had, but we'll see what happens with the Mets. But yeah, let the season start. Let's have a great season. Let's, be positive. Let's come at this, with optimism. Let's see what Victor said here. We have all right-hand hit, batters. I know. That's definitely true. We don't have a lot of left-handers. We got Jeff McNeil, we got Brandon Nimmo, Khalil Lee, Nick Plummer is also a lefty. I've been a Mets fan since 1962, man. That is completely amazing. I'm so happy, you know what I'm saying, that you've been a Mets fan that long, because it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? At least you got to see the Mets win the World Series. You know what I'm saying? I'm 24 and I've never got to see the Mets win the World Series. We did get close in 2015. I was so excited in 2015. But yeah, in general, I'm very, very excited about this upcoming season. I think, guys, we have to be, excited about the season. But Victor, you're right. We have a lot of right-handed bat. We don't have a lot of left-hander. That's why I was saying it would have been nice to see Eddie Rosario sign. Somebody like that. Michael Conforto is still out there. A lot of people don't want Michael Conforto back, obviously, because he was inconsistent. He didn't look very good. It makes sense. Lindor and Escobar are the only switch hitters on the roster. Yes, that's completely true. Lindor is a switch hitter, and I love that he's a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? Gives us more options. Gives him more options as well. Escobar, I think Escobar is going to surprise a lot of people. I don't think Eduardo Escobar, a lot of people know about Eduardo Escobar, but he's a nice player. He's going to be a really good player for us. I'll tell you that. If you thought Jonathan VR was a nice player, it's gonna be amazing. Watch, you're gonna see. But yeah, you was there. That's amazing that you was there. But I'm so happy, that the Mets are doing better. It looks like they are moving in the right direction. With the Will Ponds, so many times we wanted the Mets to spend so much, when we wanted the Mets to spend money and they didn't do it. So Steve Cohen is doing everything that he can to spend some money and get this team to win. Now, listen, it would suck if the Mets don't make the World Series this year, because we have, the expectations to make the World Series this year. But Daniel Kim said, yeah, let's be positive. Let them play the games. Stop being negative. Mets fans. Also, the Yankee fans saying that their owner is cheap. Your owner has spent $251 million. Third in the payroll. Exactly. You're completely right about that. The Yankees are always gonna make moves. The Yankees are always gonna do what they have to do, to improve their roster. But Mets, the Mets are, the Steve Cohen is just changed this team. Steve Cohen has changed the landscape of the New York Mets. Obviously not winning wise, but with the money, he's changed it. He's changed us. Us Mets fans, us the Mets. Because who would have thought that we would get Max Scherzer? Nobody saw that we was getting Max Scherzer. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even think we was getting Max Scherzer. When Max Scherzer was a free agent and this talk about Max Scherzer coming to the Mets, I did not even think that it was going to happen. And the reason I thought it wasn't going to happen because I know that Steve Cohen has money, but I know that Max Scherzer also doesn't, he didn't want to come to New York. He didn't have interest in coming to New York. So it was so big of Steve Cohen to get Scherzer to come here because we do need someone to hit after Pete. That's completely right. You know what I'm saying? Victor, it would have been nice to see Castellanos sign, but or somebody like, well, I don't really like Schwarber as much, but somebody like Schwarber, somebody, that can definitely, have that thump in that lineup. I feel like, listen, I feel like it all depends on what Dominic Smith, JD Davis, and Jeff McNeil does. Okay, so if Jeff McNeil has a nice season, a great season that I think he can have, that 300 average, I think he can have a good year. I think Jeff McNeil can do a really good job. Let's see what Daniel Kim said. I can't go on a certain stream, just too many people crying. The Mets didn't do enough. My bad. I'm just venting about the negativity about certain. No, Daniel Kim, this is a safe space for you to talk about anything that you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. All good. You can, positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? If you want to vent, if you want to say something negative about the Mets, that's completely fine too. You know what I'm saying? The Mets are not perfect. The New York Mets are not perfect. So, I welcome all Mets fans that want to talk about Mets baseball and baseball in general. So, I'm very, very excited about the season. I think we're going to have a great season. But the thing about Mets fans is we always say that. You know what I'm saying? We said that last year. We thought we was going to have a really good season last year. And we was in first place for the first half of the season. But obviously the second half of the season, it was 13 straight games against the Dodgers and the freaking Giants. So that killed us completely. But honestly, the offense wasn't good. The offense wasn't good. So I really hope that the Mets, the changes that they made, I really want to see a nice season from. I feel like Mark Canha is going to be very important to this team. Mark Canha is going to be very important. The season that he has with the Mets is going to be very important. He has a lot of pressure on him. And I don't think Mark Canha knows that type of pressure yet because, what I'm saying, he's never played in New York. So, Daniel Kim, you can say whatever you want, man. You know what I'm saying? I welcome you. I welcome you to say whatever you want. But this is a new year. Let's go Mets. Yes, let's go Mets. Let's have a great year. Honestly, let's talk about what is it called? Let's talk about should Conforto. Should Conforto be back with the Mets? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. I know that I made a video recently about Michael Conforto, but let me know what you guys think about Michael Conforto. Do you want him back? I know that he was inconsistent. I know that he, had a terrible, terrible year. So, I completely understand if you don't want Michael Conforto back, but he is still an option out there. So that's why I bring him up. Nobody has signed Michael Conforto yet. See, Daniel Kim said no because we are getting Juan Soto. Goodness sakes. Daniel Kim, I'm not going to lie. I remember when I saw that comment the other day. Yeah. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Juan Soto coming to the Mets would be the best thing in the world. Oh my God. I would love to see Juan Soto come to the Mets. I feel like Washington you know what I'm saying? They, the offer that they gave him, they would be so stupid to not give him a better offer. You know what I'm saying? And let Juan Soto walk because Juan Soto is an amazing player. This guy has so much confidence. You know what I'm saying? He is amazing. So it would be beautiful to see Juan Soto in the New York Mets. Who doesn't want Juan Soto in the New York Mets? You know what I'm saying? He's still young. He's still going to be young when he's done with it. You know what I'm saying? Juan Soto will be the first 500 million guy. Oh my God. Goodness sakes. Daniel Kim, that is crazy. That is so much money. That is so much money. Oh my God. Oh my God. That would be crazy. That would be crazy to see. You know what I'm saying? If it does happen, you know, I feel like Juan Soto is he's going to get a really big contract. I'll tell you that. But I don't know about the 500 million. I say maybe 400 something. But 500 million? Oh my goodness. That would be crazy. But man, positive thoughts, yeah, completely. But let me know what's it called. You know, Conforto, you know, he's still an option out there. You know, Tommy Pham is still an option as well in the outfield. And you know, the Mets have enough right-handed batters, like you know, Victor said recently. So I completely understand. We're going to have him back so he can hit after Pete. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? It would be nice to see Michael Conforto back. You know, I really like Michael Conforto. You know, like I said in my previous video, he was one of my favorite players when he first came up. You know, it would be beautiful to see, you know, a reunion with him. I feel like Michael Conforto does have a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? If he does come back. But in general, you know, Pete Alonso does need somebody to hit behind him. And, you know, with the lineup, let me know, actually, guys, the way the lineup is constructed, how would you construct the lineup? You know, in general, you know, first, obviously, we want Brandon Nimmo in that first leadoff spot. He's going to stay there. I want Brandon Nimmo hitting leadoff all the time. Starling Marte, I feel like, is a fit to be the number 2 hitter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he will be a nice number 2 hitter for this team. So if the lineup goes, you know, Brandon Nimmo, Starling Marte, the third hitter can be Francisco Lindor. And then we'll have Pete Alonso as our cleanup. And then after that, it will probably be like, you know, Jeff McNeil, Mark Hanna, James McCann, those type of people. But, you know, in general, let me know how you guys feeling about that 1-4 punch. How you guys feeling about that? Brandon Nimmo, Starling Marte, Francisco Lindor, and Pete Alonso. Are you guys happy with that 1-4, or you guys want to change it up? Because I feel like personally, it would be nice to see Starling Marte be the number 2 hitter. And, you know, I feel like Starling Marte, he brings power, he brings speed, you know, he brings so much to this team. Hey, Merlanfo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We lost. Don't matter. Scherzer elite. Guillorme is good, and Colin Dorman decent. Now we need our major league lineup to hit. That's what I'm saying, Merlanfo. That's what we was talking about, the offense. You know what I'm saying? The offense. Not a lot of people, you know, think that the Mets offense is good enough. And I completely understand why, because there's so much offenses, you know, what is it called? The Phillies right now have a better offense than us. You know, so it makes sense. You know, they got Nicholas Castellanos, they got Bryce Harper, they got Kyle Schwarber. You know, so their offense right now, it looks better than us. But I'll tell you that Starling Marte is going to be so big for this team. He's going to be so big for the Mets. You know, okay, so let's see what Daniel Kim. I like Marte, Nimmo, McNeil, Alonso, Lindor, Escobar, Canna, and Cano, and McCann. Okay. Daniel Kim, I like what you said there. I completely understand. You know, Starling Marte, I love. Starling Marte is gonna be nice. You know, Merlanfo, yeah, the Mets do have a decent lineup. They do have a decent lineup. I like the lineup. You know, Merlanfo, you could say what you want the lineup to be as well, just like Daniel Kim. But Starling Marte, you know what I'm saying? You got him at that one spot. I like him at that one spot too. But I feel like Brandon Nimmo really likes that leadoff spot. I don't know. There's something about Brandon Nimmo, and you know, he loving that leadoff spot and what he does for the team when he's in, you know, leadoff. But yeah, definitely. You know, I like Nimmo. You know, either when Nimmo is leadoff or Marte, I feel like we're good there. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes 3, 4, 5, it's a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know exactly where they want to go with the lineup. Previously, let's see what their lineup was. What was it? I think it was yesterday that they had a spring training lineup, and I think it was yesterday. Let me see. Let me look at the lineup from yesterday, because I think yesterday is the way they want to align the lineup. But we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm what is it called? I want to see Mcneil is so important to this team. Mcneil is so important. Alonso is so important. Lindor is so important. But I feel like Lindor hitting in that 5th or 6th spot is too low for him. I feel like Lindor is a number 3 hitter, or you know what I'm saying? I feel like Jeff McNeil, this is the way I would construct the lineup. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. So so I'm gonna have let's see. But yeah, guys, do you think the Mets are gonna bounce back? You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys think the Mets are gonna bounce back, because I feel like the Mets, you know what I'm saying, Dominic Smith, you know what I'm saying, he looks pretty good in spring training, but it's just spring training. You know what I'm saying? He did have a torn, what is it called? He was injured, so you know, hopefully he does. Let's see what Merlanfo said. I like Marte, Nimmo, Lindor. Okay, so you got Lindor at that 3rd spot. Alonso, Escobar, McNeil, and Canna, or Smith and McCann and DeGrom. Well, Merlanfo, DeGrom is not in the lineup. DeGrom is not in the lineup because he's not hitting no more. Thank God that, you know what I'm saying, we don't have to see DeGrom hit anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see DeGrom injured. I want to see DeGrom healthy. And I don't want to see DeGrom try to freaking hit the ball out of the ballpark every time. You know what I'm saying? So I know that when DeGrom was hitting, he was always trying to do his best to improve the team. But yeah, definitely, I like what you said about the opening day lineup. A lot of people, you know, recently, you saying Marte, Daniel Kim said Marte for the 1st spot. So I'm a little surprised that you guys are not saying Nimmo for that leadoff spot, but I like it. Either way, from that 1 and 2 punch, Marte and Nimmo, I love it. I love it. Yes, that will come back. Yeah, for sure. Victor, I'm very excited that, DeGrom is not hitting no more, because I hated, to see DeGrom put so much pressure on himself and try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Daniel Kim said the Mets will bounce back if they stay healthy. Yeah, I completely agree. Merlanfo said Marte because he can get on base and steal bases. That's a great point. I love the point that you made right there. Starting Marte, I like him in that 1 spot as well. You know what I'm saying? 2 steal bases. I feel like Starling Marte, you know what I'm saying? I hope he gets better with the oblique injury, but overall, he is going to be a big piece for this team. The Mets don't steal a lot of bases, but Starling Marte, you're going to see him run. I promise you, you're gonna see Starling Marte run. So I'm very excited about Starling Marte. Stealing bases. I love Starling Marte. You know what I'm saying? He brings so much energy to the team. He plays with confidence. So I'm gonna love seeing him steal 2nd base. I'm gonna love seeing him steal 3rd base. It's like, you remember when you saw Javier Baez, steal 2nd and then steal 3rd? That's basically how Marte is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be right back, y'all. What is it? Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get a package. But I'm very excited, you know what I'm saying, about Starling Marte. Guys, Starling Marte is going to be so big for this team. He's going to steal bases. He's going to bring energy. If you thought Javier Baez brought energy, Starling Marte is going to bring a lot of energy to this team. So, you know what I'm saying? Victor said, yes, me too. He will not get then. Yeah, I you know what I'm saying? I feel you. I feel like, if everybody is healthy, guys, the Mets are going to be great. Okay? So it all depends on the rotation and the offense. You know what I'm saying? They are two aspects of it. So, with Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, Chris Bassett, we all want them to be healthy, obviously. They have some depth. We got Tyler McGill. Tyler McGill is just learning the league, so it's tough. Daniel Kim said we are still missing a left-hand reliever and another bullpen arm. Daniel Kim, I completely agree with you there. You know what I'm saying? I hope that the Mets do make a move for another, left-hander reliever. There's not really a lot out there. You could explore a trade for Taylor Rogers. Apparently that they like the guy that they signed, in the minor league deal, Alex Claudio. He is a lefty as well. Let's see what Jose said. The first stupid move the front office made was not re-signing Brandon Loop. Oh yeah, you talk about Aaron Loop. Yes. The first move that the first dumb move that they made was not signing Aaron Loop. It was a dumb move. I'll tell you this. I loved you know what I'm saying, what Aaron Loop brought to this team. He looked so confident. You know what I'm saying? He was having fun out there. He was liking New York. And it was dumb for the Mets not to offer, Aaron Loop a nice contract. You know what I'm saying? After the season that he put, after the ERA, you know what I'm saying? Daniel Kim said, Jose, that was Sandy Alderson's fault. I'm telling you, Sandy Alderson, he's behind. There's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with Sandy Alderson. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, that we didn't get Loop. I don't like that we didn't get Loop, but it sucks. It really does suck. Daniel Kim said Marte can hit 20 home runs also. Yes. Daniel, you're right about that. Starling Marte brings power. He also brings power. So he brings power, speed, and, athleticism. You know what I'm saying? I love his defense. He has a nice arm as well. So he's going to do very good. I feel like Starling Marte, when he's healthy, he's going to do very, very well for this team. Okay, let's see what you said here. The second stupid move was not going after Carlos Rodon. Okay. Jose, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Carlos Rodon, he didn't, his what? It was what? He was 13-5. I think that was his season. 13-5 with a 3.41 ERA, something like that. Carlos Rodon had a really good season. Carlos Rodon had a really good season, but in his previous years, he did not have that great of a season. He didn't have that much of a, that track record. So that's why I feel like the Mets didn't go after Rodon as much, because of that aspect, because they didn't know what they were going to get from him. So, you know what I'm saying? Merlanfo said, I think Loop is not going to put the same numbers. Merlanfo, Aaron Loop is a nice guy. With Tampa, he had a pretty good season. Obviously, with the Mets, he had a better season. So, you know what I'm saying? I wish the best for Aaron Loop. Honestly, he's a nice guy. He's an awesome guy. So we'll see what happens there. But, unfortunately, he's not a New York Met no more. But it is what it is. The third stupid move was not firing Sandy Alderson and his son. Oh, man. I feel like a lot of people don't like Sandy Alderson, and I don't blame you. You know what I'm saying? Sandy Alderson, I feel like he's behind. He's out of touch. There's something wrong there. Sandy Alderson doesn't. That's why I like Billy Epler, being the GM. But also, Sandy Alderson just needs to step away from baseball in general, guys. Just step away from baseball. Step away from the baseball conversation and just not be in it. But yeah, like Daniel Kim said, we got Bassett instead of Rodon. You know what I'm saying? Bassett is not a lefty. And but Bassett is a really nice starter. He's going to be really good. He's going to surprise you. If you don't know about Chris Bassett, he's going to surprise you. I promise you. I promise you. Chris Bassett is going to have a really nice season. He's very confident. He was the ace basically of Oakland. So we're basically getting 3 aces. You know what I'm saying? Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, and Chris Bassett. So Chris Bassett is going to be so big for this team. I really love that Chris Bassett is on this team. Rodon was injury prone. Yes, true. That's what I'm saying. Rodon didn't have a lot of the track record. He didn't have a lot. So, it is what it is with Rodon. It sucks that, the Mets didn't, try to sign him, but it is what it is. We got Bassett, so the rotation is looking really good. And, it really does depend on Carlos Carrasco too. Do you guys think that Carlos Carrasco is going to have a bounce back season? Because this is our last season with Carlos Carrasco. I feel like Carlos Carrasco can be a good starter for us. I feel like he can. You know what I'm saying? Last season, Carlos Carrasco struggled a lot. You know what I'm saying? The hitters hit the ball off him like they knew what was happening. They knew what was coming. So, Ty-John Walker, Carlos Carrasco are really big, really big. Daniel Kim, exactly, Randy. That's why we got Billy Epler. I like that. And hiring Buck Showalter. That's what I'm saying. I really like that we got Billy Epler. And I'm happy that we got somebody, because I swear to God, the Mets had so much problems getting somebody to come to this team, So they got Billy Epler finally after so long of searching. It sucked, but still, Billy Epler is going to be good for this team. I feel like it all depends on, I'll tell you this. I'd rather have Billy Epler than Zach Scott any day. Because Zach Scott as our GM, it's like he looked so nonchalant and like he didn't even know what he was doing. Like, I didn't like Zach Scott at all. I don't know. There was something wrong with Zach Scott with me. I don't know. I didn't like his answers that he was giving in the press conference as well. So let's see but I love that Buck Showalter is our manager. I love it. Buck Showalter is gonna be confident. He's gonna let the players know what I'm saying. If he feels that something is wrong with the players, and he's gonna be honest with them. So that's what I like about Buck Showalter. And Buck Showalter is very chill. He has a nice sense of humor. So you know what I'm saying? I love that Buck Showalter is our manager, guys. He's going to be awesome for us. I'll tell you this. I love that we have a manager with a baseball experience. We haven't had a manager with baseball experience since Terry Collins. So I'm very, very excited. Thank God we don't got Mickey Callaway. We don't got Luis Rojas no more. I'm excited. Let's see. I like how Castellanos talked how the Mets don't score for Jake and Scherzer has a dead arm. This year is going to change and Phillies has the worst defense. Yes, Phillies does have the worst defense. That's what I'm saying. Kyle Schwarber coming to the Phillies. He's gonna DH a lot, but he's also gonna play outfield. Kyle Schwarber is not a good defender. He is not a good defender at all. What is it called? Castellanos, not a good defender at all either. You know what I'm saying? He has a nice bat, but he's not a good defender at all. Bryce Harper is their best defender, and he's gonna play right field. So Nicholas Castellanos is probably going to play left, and Kyle Schwarber, I don't know where they're going to put him. They're probably going to put him as DH. So listen, it is what it is. The Mets didn't get Castellanos, and maybe they didn't get him because of defense, or maybe they didn't get him because they didn't want to give up that draft pick. But it is what it is. We got to live with what we got. So, unfortunately, the Mets, I feel like it would have been nice to see Jorge Soler or, some other type of player, sign with the Mets. The freaking Marlins got Jorge Soler. The Marlins are not going nowhere. The Marlins aren't, I like the Marlins rotation. I'll tell you that. The Marlins rotation looks good. But their offense is not great. Okay, so let's see what you said here. Daniel Kim, you're right about that. All of Buck Showalter's former players love him. Yes, they do. They do love him, and they love him because of how he manages. You know what I'm saying? They love him because of his sense of humor, how honest he is, So I love that Buck Showalter's our manager, man. Cohen should stop listening to Addison advice. he has Billy Bean / Wilpon mentality. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Jose. Completely agree with you. Sandy Alderson is out of touch. He's out of touch. He's just out of touch. I feel like Sandy Alderson has to do, he has to just step away from baseball in general. Sandy Alderson is just not the right, baseball ops guy for this team anymore in general. So, as much as, whatever Sandy Alderson, Sandy Alderson, in 2015, he brought, Cespedes, they brought Cespedes back. It didn't work out. Sandy Alderson had a lot of pressure from the Mets fans to bring Cespedes back. They brought him back. It didn't work out. So listen, it is what it is with Sandy Alderson. But yeah, I feel like he's out of touch, guys. He's out of touch. He's definitely out of touch, and I completely agree with you there. Victor said, I like Epler. He knows his job. Yes. I feel like, listen, I like Epler too. You know what I'm saying? I hope that Epler does, perform way better than the last GMs that we had. We haven't had a good GM in a minute. We haven't had a good GM in some time. So, I'm excited to see what Billy Epler does for this team. Obviously, all the moves that he made, this offseason, once he came in, getting Starlin Marte, talking to Scherzer, he made moves to improve this team. They did what they can with their payroll. So it is what it is. The Mets can't have the whole world, so they can't sign everyone. And I know a lot of Mets fans want, the Mets to sign a lot of people. It didn't happen, but the Mets had a nice offseason. The Mets had a way better offseason than they had last year. So I'll tell you that. With just signing James McCann, Aaron Loop, Francisco Lindor, so I'm excited to see, the Mets. Schwarber can't play defense either. Yeah, as I was saying, Daniel, Schwarber can't play defense, so he's going to probably DH a lot for the Phillies. And they don't really have a lot in the outfield as well, so we'll see what happens there. But I'm excited, to beat the Phillies. I'm excited to destroy Jerry's Familia. Destroy. Merlanfo said the Marlins might call up Max Meyer and will have an underrated 5-man rotation with Alcantara, Lopez, Rogers, Meyer, and Cabrera / Sanchez. Plus Soler and Garcia are going to help the offense with an 86 win team. Listen, I like what you said there. Merlanfo, I'll tell you this, Max Meyer, he's pretty good. He's very good. He pitched today in spring training, I think, against us. And, he looks good. In general, what is it called? Sixto Sanchez, I feel like is going to be so big for them when he comes back. I don't know if he's healthy yet, but I think he's healthy. I don't think they haven't said that Sixto Sanchez is not healthy. Alcantara had a really good, he's good as well. This guy throws like 100 miles per hour. Pablo Lopez is okay. He's like a number 3, number 4 starter at best. Trevor Rogers is really good. So the guys, in general, and they do have Cabrera as well. So listen, they have a good rotation. That's why I was saying the rotation is sneaky. The rotation is sneaky for the Marlins, and not a lot of people know what the Marlins are gonna do. You know what I'm saying, with their rotation. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if the Marlins win a lot of games. You know what I'm saying, with their rotation, the way they're stocking up. Max Meyer is going to be he's going to be big for the team as well. So they're going to be underrated, just like Merlanfo said. I completely agree with you. But I'm glad we have someone who can get played for us, and he don't care how much it will be. Yeah, I'm glad too. I'm very excited, that, the Mets are in a good place, and, we're in a better space, and hopefully, we have a good season. A really good season. And if we got to make moves in the trade deadline, make the move. Don't be afraid to make the move, because we saw what happened last year with the Braves, and we saw that they made moves, okay? The Braves made moves, and guess where they made it? They made it to the World Series, and they won it. So if the Mets are in any place, in their first place, second place, whatever they're in, close to the trade deadline, hopefully they make a move to better the team. Now, if that is to get a big bat, that is to get a reliever, whatever the Mets have to do, make the move, okay? Listen, we saw what happened last year with the Braves, so I feel like that's what the baseball, the ops should understand. The Mets organization should be like, listen, we saw what the Braves did last year. If we are close, let's make some moves, okay? Listen, I don't want to see Brett Beatty moved at all. I don't want to see Francisco Alvarez moved at all. That's not going to happen, I don't think. So if Ronnie Mauricio has to be moved, then it is what it is. I really like Ronnie Mauricio, but if Mark Vientos has to be moved as well, it is what it is. But listen, whatever can be, to improve this team would be nice. But let's see what Jose said. The Mets haven't had a good GM since they had Frank Cashin. He's the GM the Mets have had. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I completely agree. The Mets haven't had a GM in a long, long time. And it sucks to see that the Mets haven't had a GM in a long time. That's really good. Let's see what Daniel Kim said. I have a feeling Dominic Smith or JD Davis will get traded, so Vientos will get a roster spot. Wow, that's big. I feel like a lot of people want to see what Mark Vientos did. What Mark Vientos can bring to the team. Mark Vientos had a nice RBI single in spring training yesterday. So listen, I feel like Mark Vientos and Brett Beatty are gonna be big for this team. One of them are gonna be big, and hopefully we can keep both of them. But if we can't, we can't. It is what it is. But with the DH, it gives us a lot more options. So I'm excited to see Mark Vientos on this team as well. Dominic Smith. I don't feel like Dominic Smith is gonna get traded. I feel like maybe JD Davis is gonna get traded. I have a good feeling, understanding that. Listen, JD Davis can be traded still. Okay, the Mets are not high on JD Davis. They are a little higher on Dominic Smith, but yeah. The Mets haven't had a real manager since Bobby Valentine. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's been some time, guys, that the Mets haven't had a really good manager, sometimes. So I completely agree with you there. We are a 92-win team. We will have a solid offense and elite pitching. Listen, I want the Mets to get to the World Series. So whatever gets us to the World Series, hopefully, we do what we got to do, man. Because like I said, if the Mets get close, you know what I'm saying, then, if they get close, if they're in first place and second place, like I said, close to the trade deadline, and they got to make a move, make a move. Don't be afraid to make a move. You know what I'm saying? If they got to get a nice closer, if they got to get a big bat, make a move. Because we saw what happened in 2015. We saw what happened when we got Cespedes. We saw the big bat that got us over the hump. And you know what I'm saying? Getting Juan Uribe, getting Kelly Johnson, in 2015. I remember that because I loved that year. That was one of my favorite years to be a Mets fan. Obviously, we know what happened. 2015 was a great year, man. So, but it's possible. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the Mets, they didn't really explore that much trade options, that they could have, in the previous trade deadline. And it sucked to see that the Mets didn't make moves to see. They only got Trevor Williams and Javier Baez. And guess what, guys? Guess what? We lost the outfield prospect. We lost Pete Crow Armstrong, you know what I'm saying, which is going to be a nice center fielder for the Chicago Cubs. Watch. I promise you, Pete Crow Armstrong. Right now, Pete Crow Armstrong can play the center field position right now. He's that good at defense. So it sucked to see that we gave, Pete Crow Armstrong for Javier Baez and Trevor Williams. In general, I knew that the Mets were not going to sign Javier Baez. I feel like the money was too much. I didn't see Steve Cohen making the play. So I'm not surprised, that didn't happen, but Pete Crow Armstrong, is going to be good for the Chicago Cubs. His defense is elite already. I don't know how his bat is going to play up, but hopefully his bat, doesn't turn out to be like a Kalenic or something like that. But even though Kalenic struggled, but either way, Mets giving away draft picks, Pete Crow Armstrong, Jared Kalenic, I don't like. So I want the Mets to, build the farm. You know what I'm saying? If we got to make the trade, make the trade. But you know what I'm saying? If we don't have to make the trade, don't make the trade. Javier Baez, I knew that Javier Baez was not going to get us to the World Series. I knew that he wasn't even going to get us to the playoffs. Like, come on. Javier Baez is a nice player, but he was not going to get us to the the playoffs. It's not going to happen. But let's see what you said here. Daniel Kim said, sorry, Terry Collins was good. No, yeah, Terry Collins was good. You know what I'm saying? At times, I didn't have a lot of confidence in Terry Collins. I didn't like the moves that he made with the bullpen. He wasn't my favorite manager to watch. And, maybe that's just because as a Mets fan, you know what I'm saying? You always want more. But in general, I'm excited, to see what they got. I'm excited to see what Buck Showalter does for the team. So, yeah, let's see what happens, man. Oh, man. Jose said trade for Shane Bieber, send Jeff McNeil, Dominic Smith, or Peterson or McGill to Cleveland. Wow. Jose, if we would, oh, my God, Jose, if we were to make that trade, that would make us a World Series contender right now. That would make us way better than the Dodgers. That would make us better than the Braves. If we was to get Shane Bieber, that would be an amazing trade. But the thing about that is, you got to think about what you're saying, Jose, because listen, think about it here. We're trading Jeff McNeil. We're trading Dominic Smith. And we're trading Peterson. But who's going to replace Jeff McNeil? Offense-wise, we lose a nice second baseman. You know what I'm saying? Jeff McNeil is not the best second baseman in the world. His defense is not the best in the world either. But we lose offense. We lose Jeff McNeil, one of the best hitters from the 2018 to the 2020 year. So, listen, it would suck to see that Jeff McNeil leaves this team. It would be beautiful to see Shane Bieber on this team, but I feel like giving away Jeff McNeil, Dominic Smith, Peterson is giving away too much offense. And I know, or you could do this. You could trade for Shane Bieber and make a trade for a second baseman. So we'll see what happens. Or you could try Ronnie Mauricio there, or another second baseman like Carlos Cortez or somebody like that. You could try that. It would be beautiful to see Shane Bieber in the freaking rotation with Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, and Chris Bassett. A dream come true, to be honest. LOL, Jose. Why not add Jose Ramirez to the deal also? Wow. You guys are really, you know what I'm saying? You guys are really thinking, it would be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I really like Jose Ramirez. I love what Jose Ramirez plays. He plays good defense. He has a nice bat. This guy, Jose Ramirez, man, when I saw that Cleveland, picked up his option back, I was like, damn, it would have been nice to see Jose Ramirez in the Mets. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, But I'll tell you this, guys. I know that you guys want Jose Ramirez, and I completely understand. But Eduardo Escobar was a really, really nice pickup for the team. Eduardo Escobar is a guy that can hit you 27 home runs. A guy that can almost hit you 30 home runs. A guy that can hit you a batting average of basically 280 to 300. So, so I'm excited with Eduardo Escobar in the lineup. He's going to be so good for this team. Hopefully he gets good with New York. He understands the market and he gets better. But I'm excited about Eduardo Escobar, man. Daily Mets coverage said, yo, man, what's going on, man? Victor said, we will get to the playoffs. Yes, hopefully we do get to the playoffs. But Victor, I don't want to just get to the playoffs. I want to get to the playoffs and win the whole damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Win the World Series. So that's what I would love to see. Daniel Kim said, we needed Baez, Bryant, and Hendricks at the trade deadline. Daniel Kim, I'm not going to lie to you. Baez, I love that Baez came to the team. I love the energy that he brought to the team. When I saw that we traded for Javier Baez, I was not excited. I was not excited because I knew, first of all, we gave up a young outfielder in P. Crow Armstrong. And also we got Trevor Williams. Trevor Williams is a nice player. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'll tell you this, he's better than Robert Gazelman. I'll tell you that. He's better than Gazelman. He can pitch, he can be a starter. He can be a bullpen piece. So I'm excited to see what Trevor Williams does bring in 2022. I feel like Trevor Williams is going to be a nice, if they need a starter or they need a bullpen piece, I feel like he's going to be a nice piece. Let's see. But you wanted Bryant. Chris Bryant, I feel like a lot of people wanted Bryant. I'll tell you this. The offense would have got better with Chris Bryant and Baez. Okay? But Kyle Hendricks coming to the team. That was going to improve the team, but it wasn't going to get us off the hump. It wasn't going to get us, to the World Series. It wasn't going to happen. So I feel like the Mets, I know that they didn't get Baez, they didn't get Bryant, and they didn't get Hendricks. But you got to look at it this way, Daniel, because listen, if we would have got Baez, right, we didn't re-sign him. If we would have got Chris Bryant, I don't think we was going to re-sign him either. So, temporarily, it would have been better. The team would have been better. But pitching-wise, we did not have enough. Pitching-wise, we did not have enough to get us over the hump, you know what I'm saying, and to that playoff spot and to the World Series. We were not going to be good enough. So, pitching is so important. We saw what happened in 2015, where we had one of the best rotations in baseball in Matt Harvey, Jacob deGrom, Noah Syndergaard, Steven Matz. So listen, pitching-wise, they just didn't have enough. So it is what it is. But yeah, it would have been nice to see us make more moves, but I'm kind of happy they didn't make those moves, because then, it would have been pressure. The Mets would have been like, a lot of Mets fans would have been like, oh, we got Bryant, let's try to re-sign him. So I'm happy that, we didn't get Bryant. I feel like Chris Bryant, the Giants didn't even want Chris Bryant back. And they traded for him. And the Giants were one of the best teams in the National League West. So, you know what I'm saying? Merlanfo said, let's see who is at the deadline. Yeah, let's see. You know what I'm saying, Merlanfo? I completely agree with you. I think it's nice to see, who's available at that time. I feel like, the trade deadline is also going to be like later on, right? It's not going to be just July. It's going to be like August, I think is the deadline or something like that. What I was reading recently. Jose said Ronnie Mauricio to second base if Eduardo Aldonzo made the transition from third base to second base. Mauricio could do it. You know what I'm saying? Jose, I feel like Ronnie Mauricio can make the transition from shortstop to second base. I feel like he can. That's what I'm saying. I really do like, Ronnie Mauricio. I feel like Ronnie Mauricio is a nice player. You know what I'm saying? He's a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of prospects are switch hitters out there. So I like what Ronnie Mauricio brings. His defense is good as well. I really like Ronnie Mauricio a lot. And I would love to see Ronnie Mauricio stay with the team. I feel like he's going to be really good for another team if they trade him. So hopefully the Mets don't trade Ronnie Mauricio, but if they do have to make the trade, then it is what it is. But Jose, I see what you're saying though. If Ronnie Mauricio, do you feel like Ronnie Mauricio is ready to make the jump to the major leagues? Because if we trade for Shane Bieber like you wanted, that would be a big change for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he's ready for the major leagues just yet, but he's getting better. And, his strike zone approach is getting better as well. He's still learning. Merlanfo said Mcgill will make the rotation. He has potential. I like Tyler Mcgill. I like Tyler Mcgill a lot. He does have potential. Tyler Mcgill does have potential, but I'll tell you this. He's not perfect. He's still learning. What is it called? Spring training. He just pitched in a game and they scored 3 runs off of him or 4 runs. So listen, I know that Tyler Mcgill is not perfect. Obviously, when Tyler Mcgill first came up, you know what I'm saying, he looked like the next Jacob deGrom for a second. But obviously, he came down to earth. They learned how to hit him, and it is what it is. But Tyler Mcgill, I feel like I like him a lot, guys. Tyler McGill's a nice piece for the team. I like that we have him and we have David Peterson, but I feel like Tyler McGill is going to be better than Peterson. Let's see what Victor said. We will win it all. Victor, I really hope we do. I hope the Mets win it all. It will be amazing to see the Mets win the World Series. Merlanfo said that was David Peterson. Yeah, David Peterson. David Peterson has a lot of potential too, guys. David Peterson, a lot of people forget about David Peterson, but David Peterson, 2020 had a pretty good year. You know what I'm saying? It was the pandemic year or whatever, but 2021, he struggled a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was in the rotation, and he wasn't looking so good. His confidence was down. It did not look good. Luis Rojas was hesitant to even bring him out there again. So I'm not surprised that David Peterson, unfortunately he got injured. So, but I'll tell you this, I do like David Peterson as well. But I feel like, listen, Merlanfo, think about it this way: if David Peterson, it would be nice to see him as a starter. But what about maybe like a reliever as well? Playoff wise, I feel like it would be nice to see, David Peterson in the bullpen. So I like David Peterson on side. I do. Jose said Mauricio has developed. He got pop in the bat. Plus, he has a pretty good speed. Yes, he does have pretty good speed. He does. And yes, his bat has developed. He does have pop. I'll tell you that. I like what I see from Mauricio, but yeah, I completely agree with you, Victor. Yeah, not yet. Don't push Mauricio. Let him work till he's ready to come up. But Victor, yeah, I'll tell you that. That's what I'm saying. If you trade Jeff McNeil, then you got to consider bringing Mauricio up, and you got to consider, you know what I'm saying, or bringing somebody else up like Carlos Cortez or somebody like that. You got to consider that, because that's if you trade Jeff McNeil. That's what I'm saying. Jeff McNeil is so important to this team. So if the Mets do trade Jeff McNeil, which I don't think they're gonna do, I think the Mets they think that Jeff McNeil is really, really good. They think that he's gonna have a bounce back year. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he does. I'll tell you this: if Jeff McNeil does have another down year, it's gonna be really tough for the New York Mets. So hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully, Lindor and him have dinner. Sit down and talk and really, come to terms and are good, great with each other. And, hopefully we don't have a debacle that we had last season with Lindor and Mcneil. I don't want to see that happening again. But I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, listen, guys, National League East, the Phillies, they did get better. But they did not get better defensively. The Phillies right now, they don't really have a third baseman that's good enough with defense. That's why I was surprised that the Phillies didn't go after Chris Bryant. With Chris Bryant, you know what I'm saying, being best friends with Bryce Harper, I thought that was a fit. I thought Bryce Harper and Chris Bryant were going to be together in the Phillies, but it didn't happen. So it surprised me to see that the Rockies got Chris Bryant, but it is what it is. Kyle Schwarber, you know what I'm saying? The defense is terrible. He's not gonna play outfield a lot for the Phillies. You know what I'm saying? They just got Adarbo Herrera back, so he's probably gonna play center. What is it called? But it is what it is. Bryce Harper. Hopefully, for our sakes, for our Mets fans' sakes, Bryce Harper doesn't have an MVP season. I don't want to see Bryce Harper have an MVP season. So hopefully he has a. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Bryce Harper doesn't have that good of a season that he had last year, because he had an MVP season last year. And I don't want to see that happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that. So, Jose said, if not a starter, use Peterson in long relief. Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like Peterson, you know what I'm saying? What about this? What about David Peterson? What about Carlos Carrasco pitching 2 innings? Or 1 inning, or, being an opener, and then David Peterson picking up after him. And, because Carlos Carrasco last year struggled a lot, being the opener. The first inning, he had a lot of first inning struggles. David Peterson had a lot of, he had some first inning struggles. I feel like Mets pitchers, they be having the first inning struggles. Steven Matz, he had first inning struggles as well. So, I'll tell you this, Steven Matz is regretting not coming to the New York Mets. I'll tell you that, because he did not think that the Mets were going to get Max Scherzer. So I'm excited that the Mets got Max Scherzer, man. I'm excited about the season. But yeah, I feel like, Peterson would be nice in long relief. I feel like he would. But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie. The Marlins, like I said, like we previously talked about, their rotation looks really good. If they do bring up that kid Max Meyer, they're gonna get even better. So their offense is not great. The Nationals guys, I don't think we got to worry about the Nationals. The Nationals, they're gonna be like the new Marlins. Okay, so they're not gonna. It's gonna go probably. The last place is gonna be the Nationals. Marlins are gonna be in third. The Braves and the Mets are gonna be second and first. That's how it's probably gonna be, because the Braves are they still look good. Losing Freddie Freeman, you know what I'm saying? Getting Matt Olson. Matt Olson is really, really good. He's gonna be really, really good for the Braves. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? It does suck to see that Freddie Freeman, even though Freddie Freeman left Atlanta, that's good for the Mets. But them getting Matt Olson, we'll see what happens, because Matt Olson can hit lefties like crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? If you thought Freddie Freeman was good, Matt Olson is really good too. So, you know what I'm saying? He did have more RBIs than, Freddie Freeman as well. So, my compadre Lindor has to mature, develop a good relationship with Mcneil. If he does that, the Mets will have a pretty good double play combo. Jose, completely agree with you. I feel like, with Mcneil and Lindor, you know what I'm saying? They really have to, like I said, have a nice dinner, come to terms. I think it would be nice to see, Francisco Lindor and Jeff McNeil, being really good on defense. We know that we saw Javier Baez and Francisco Lindor, you know what I'm saying, shortstop, second base, and we got used to it. We got used to the defense, but Jeff McNeil. Another thing, Jose, is Jeff McNeil has to be better on defense. Jeff McNeil has to be better on defense. I feel like Jeff McNeil, he does make some errors. I'm not saying that you got to be perfect, but I'm saying that Jose, Jeff McNeil has to be better on defense, man. He has to learn, how to really, play, second base better. I'll tell you that. Victor said, "Do you think that Peterson can be good so far? Can be so far. He's showing much." I feel like David Peterson in general, guys, he can do a lot. David Peterson can do a lot for this team. I feel like, I know he hasn't shown a lot, obviously. He hasn't shown a lot. Robert Manfred, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. We're talking some Mets baseball. We're talking right now about David Peterson, the Francisco Lindor, Mcneil. So if you want to talk about anything, we could talk about that. But yeah, Victor, I completely agree. I feel like, listen, David Peterson has to be better. This is his third year, what I'm saying, with the New York Mets. His rookie season was pretty okay. He was okay. His slider looked nice. His confidence looked nice. 2021, we know his confidence was, it looked really bad. It was a little worry. So, his slider, didn't look as great either. So 2022 is going to be a big year. 22 is going to be a big year for David Peterson. We'll see. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm excited to see, what David Peterson does, in 2022. But I feel like David Peterson and Tyler Mcgill are going to be very important pieces for 2022. Because if Taijuan Walker and Carlos Carrasco doesn't perform, if they don't perform in that number 4 and number 5 spot, then, what I'm saying, Tyler Mcgill and David Peterson are options. And, I don't know what they're going to do exactly, how they're going to, are they going to put Tyler Mcgill back in AAA? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to stretch him out? Whatever they're going to do with that, we'll see what happens. But, they do got Jordan Yamamoto also in AAA that, they just took him down to the minors. So, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Robert, glad to have you here, man. Hopefully you're having a great day. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited, about the Mets season. I'm excited what we got right now. I feel like, listen, the Mets have a nice roster. We don't have really that left-handed reliever, what I'm saying, that the Mets need. But we'll see what happens, because unfortunately, the Mets, it doesn't look like they really are, interested in a lot of, guys right now, to be honest. And it sucks to see that the Mets are not, um, really looking at, the left-handed reliever market right now. Or they're right now the buzz, that's not how it's looking. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited to see, what the Mets do in 2022. I feel like, listen, we got a good roster, guys. You know what I'm saying? The Mets made a lot of moves. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are excited about the season. I know you guys can't wait. April 7th, man, is going to be the road opener against the Nationals. I think they're going to play at like 4:05. So, yeah, I'll probably be working that day, and I work for SNY. So I'll probably be working that day. I don't know exactly what day that is. Let me try to figure that out. Is that a Monday? Is that? Oh, that's a Thursday. Okay, so I don't know if I'll be working that day, but we'll see what happens. If Jeff McNeil does the routine plays the majority of the time, he'll be all right. Plus, he does have potential to be a batting champion. That's what I'm saying. Jeff McNeil was one of the best. He was one of the best hitters from the 2018 to 2020 year. So, I like what Jeff McNeil brings to the team. I feel like I always, there was a guy that, was playing second base for us. His name was TJ Rivera. He was also a nice hitter as well. But when we got Jeff McNeil, I was like, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I was tracking McNeil, down in Double-A. They was talking about him in Double-A. They was talking about him, coming to the major leagues and, about his power and, what he could be. And, he showed that, he can be a nice hitter for this team. And, but McNeil, what he has to do is focus on his attitude. You know what I'm saying? He gets so his confidence is like it gets down. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see McNeil have a good season. I want to see him make the routine plays, but I want to see him make also better plays. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him be, just a mediocre, second baseman. So I want to see Jeff McNeil have a great season. We'll see what he does there. But I'm very excited about Jeff McNeil. I was excited about Jeff McNeil in 2021. And it sucked that 2021, McNeil did not have a great year. And everybody thought McNeil was going to bounce back, break out. And, it didn't, it looked bad. A lot of Mets players had down seasons. Dominic Smith, Michael Conforto, Francisco Lindor, Jeff McNeil. So, James McCann. So, it sucked to see that the Mets, had a lot of down years. But, hopefully he does become a batting champion. It will be amazing to see Jeff McNeil be a batting champion. But the thing about Jeff McNeil is we still got him for control over him for many years. So we'll see what happens there. Victor said, I'm happy. I'm happy with it now so far. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy too, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we do. But yeah, guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to end the stream here. Hopefully you guys had a great stream. Hopefully, I gave you guys, hopefully you guys, I'm excited that you guys spent some time with me. I went like an hour and something minutes. So you guys are awesome, man. I want to thank you guys so much. I always want to end my stream with telling you guys you can do anything that you want to do in your life. Don't let anyone stop you. And yeah, guys, stay blessed. LFGM for life. I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay positive. Let's have a great season. And yeah, I'm definitely going to live stream more as well. Going to have more videos. If you haven't checked out the Michael Conforto video, the recent video that I just did, check that out. But check out any also, if you have video ideas that you want me to cover, let me know also. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the stream, guys. Love you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, you guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much. And stay blessed. Have a great day. And just, just enjoy yourself. Jose said, I'm going to take one last comment. I'll take two last comments. Okay, so if Correa gets out of his contract with the Twins, the Mets have the money to go hard after him. Yeah, he does. He has an opt-out after 2 seasons. So we'll see what happens. But I don't really see Carlos Correa coming to the New York Mets really ever. I never really thought that it was a possibility. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Mets really were interested in Carlos Correa like that. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. I like Carlos Correa. He's a nice player. He's a really good player. I'll tell you this: it would have been nice to see Carlos Correa instead of Francisco Lindor. You know, that big contract. But I'm excited. Hopefully, Francisco Lindor has a great season, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But Victor said, but God played nice with others. You'll be very good. Yeah, man. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys so much. Have a great day. Stay blessed. And yeah, thank you guys so much.